So what's up, everybody? I am your girl Candy, and guess who I have with me? Andy.
Candy and Andy.
Yes.
Candy coated Andy. That sounds a little dirty.
And Andy is about to speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. So I have a few questions here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go straight off the dome at first.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Straight off the dome?
Off my head.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So, Andy, can we make it kind of clear? What is it that you do? As
an executive producer of the Housewives?
Yeah.
What I do is I watch every cut. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I watch every episode of the show before it comes out, and I do notes on it, which means I say, they're producer notes. So I say, this doesn't make sense, or, well, sometimes if you have to be re-interviewed to re-explain something, that's because of producer notes that are saying, we need to make this clear, this doesn't make sense, or change the music cue, or maybe the episode would be better if it was stacked differently. So it's anything that I would see that I think could be made better or improved.
Right.
There's casting, hiring, and firing.
So you do have that.
I do that with the team. So
because you get blamed for all of it.
I get blamed for everything.
Right.
There's so all the Housewives are produced by different production companies.
Right.
So yours is produced by Truly Original. They also produce the Potomac Housewives.
Right.
And then there are Evolution produces OC and Beverly Hills, and then Shed produces New York, and on and on. And so we work with those producers from each production company on each show. So in terms of hiring and firing, it's a group decision of which I am a voice that is with Truly, your production company, and Bravo, and I'm now kind of my own entity. I used to be in charge of programming at Bravo, which is when this whole thing started.
And that's how you got in this position over control with the show.
Yes, exactly. When I left my day job at Bravo, when I was leaving to do Watch What Happens Live, I really wanted to stay on as an executive producer of the Housewives, and they wanted me to, so we just kind of made a little separate deal that I would stay on and do that.
That's for all of us?
That's for all the Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all 7 shows.
Because a lot of people really don't know. People hear us blame you for stuff.
Yes.
And people don't know why.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
I get blamed for a lot, and I will say I try to be an advocate for everyone, and I try to I feel like when you call me when something's wrong or when you have an idea or whatever, I feel like I tell you straight how I feel.
Personally, I feel like, as it pertains to me, I can't speak for anybody else, but you've been great to me.
We have a good relationship.
Yeah, I feel like, you give me advice when I want advice. You never not taking my call. Like, if you're busy, right?
Well, I would always take your call.
Well, what I'm saying is, for your position to be so, the man in charge, whatever.
Well, guess what? We've worked together for 11 years.
Yeah.
You're important to me, so of course I take your call.
Yeah. Make me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not always like that with everybody.
Yes, no, it isn't. And, look, there are some times when there are calls that I don't want to take. No, I do take them because you have, you gotta, if I've learned anything from you ladies, it's that you gotta deal with things head on. So there are a lot of conversations in this job that I have that I don't love having, I'll tell you that much.
I am really...
Yes.
I can believe that.
Yes.
So with that being said, being in such a high position at Bravo, why did you decide to leave your position?
Because Watch What Happens Live it started as a once-a-week show, then a twice-a-week show, then it moved 5 nights a week, and it was impossible for me to be in charge of all programming at Bravo and host this show every night. It was, this is a full-time job at Watch What Happens Live, which is where we're doing this interview. So I changed, I became head of development at that time. I kind of gave away half my job, except I held on to the Housewives. I did that for a year, but that was still too much. That was still too much. So that's why I left Bravo. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big question for a lot of people because it's just like, You would have been. So
yeah, right. Why would you leave?
Yeah.
So, I mean, because, look, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity I got to host my own late-night talk show.
Moving right along. Your baby shower.
Yes.
Crazy.
It was crazy. Part of the reason my baby shower was such a turn-up was that I wasn't carrying a baby.
Let's be clear. My first baby shower with Riley, I had a stripper at my baby shower.
Okay, well, there you go. Candy coated nights. You were in the Big Brother house.
Yes, I was in the Big Brother house.
You were very missed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you were.
Tamar and I have a long history with each other. And I just want to say that that was a really, really exciting thing for me to find out that you had decided to have a baby.
Yes.
Through a surrogate.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, you did not tell me until right when you were about to announce it.
No, I called you that, and I think I called you. I actually think, and I could be wrong. Did I call you that? Did I tell you before I announced it on the show?
Before you announced it, yeah.
I did.
You did.
Well, then you were the only one I told.
We had already had a conversation.
We had a deep conversation about surrogacy, and that's why I called you, because I wanted you to hear it before I announced it.
Yeah.
I think I called you on the way to the studio that night. Tonight, I want you to be the first to know that after many years of careful deliberation, if all goes according to plan, in about 6 weeks' time, I am going to become a father.
When he first gave me my pep talk, because he knew what I was going through, obviously he sees the cuts. I said something about, I guess, we're going to have a baby mama.
That's crazy. We have a baby, but it's over there.
Who are you telling? That is super crazy to me. He gave me the strong speech about, no, you never say baby mama. You were that baby's mom.
But you the mama. Surrogate etiquette, look it up.
He just really touched my heart when he said it. And I was like, wow, I really didn't know that Andy felt this strongly.
I remember I was in LA in my hotel room pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
I think I called you to have the conversation. Because I was watching a cut and I was like, I got to talk to her.
Yes, but you didn't, at that time, you didn't tell me you were going through it.
I just said I had a lot of friends who had been through it, which is the truth. I had. And I had seen it up close, but I was deep into it at that point.
This is a question that I get a lot.
Okay.
What made you decide to go ahead and, at this point in your life and your career,
have a kid or
to have a baby, and also with a surrogate?
It was something that I was needling around with in the back of my head. Family's always been very important to me, and I was never ready to have a family. If you know me, I'm the guy who wants to go out and have fun and whatever. I finally got to the place where I was in my life. I had written all these books, and I was looking at where I was going and what I was doing, and I was like, is this all there is for me? And it would be fine if it was, but I was like, I don't think only kind of hosting a show every night is my only destiny. I think there's something more for me, and I was finally in a place where I was financially and emotionally kind of stable enough to do this. And I had the real estate in my apartment. I just thought, I'm gonna do it. I was turning 50, and I was like, well, this is the last stop on the exit now. I gotta do this. So, and in terms of doing it with a surrogate, adopting a child as a single gay man is not without its complications.
Okay.
Obviously, having a child with a surrogate is not without its complications.
Exactly.
But I had the financial means to have a surrogate. I had friends who did it with a surrogate. There were kind of personal reasons and also just reasons of, I can do this.
Are you in a relationship now?
No.
So you knew you were going into it just as a single father?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that you are in it, how are you handling career and being a single dad?
It's complicated. It's challenging. I've always been a great multitasker. My schedule is actually really great for the baby. He wakes up between 8:30 and 9 every day, which is a fine time for me to be waking up. He goes to bed at 8:30. I leave for the show around 9:30.
Oh.
So I'm around. I'm in and out of the house all day. I'll go do radio. I'll come back. I'll go shoot something. I'll come back. I know it will get more complicated as he gets older. I'm going to make it work. I'm truly taking it a day at a time.
This is something that, as a mom, a working mom, I have to deal with myself. You said you have a live-in baby nurse.
Yeah.
Does it concern you that he's going to get too attached to her?
A little bit. I look at it, and then I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, look, I see him getting attached to me too. The answer is, I just think I'd rather have him be attached to her than, I don't know, some
not have
horrible
anybody.
person or not have anybody or hate everybody.
Right.
What I know is he's being well taken care of, and that's my main priority.
Right.
He's so happy. I'm pretty cool about it. I feel like since he's being taken care of so well, she's also teaching me. I've never had a baby.
Right.
So I don't know, and I'm not a woman, so I'm learning, every day different things. This is her 73rd baby that she's had.
What?
Yeah, so
how old is she?
She's in her 60s.
Oh, okay.
And so I would say, so it's wonderful. She's an expert, and I need an expert.
Okay, now this is another thing that single parents have to deal with, because I was there once in my life.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle it when you do meet somebody that you really like? At what point do you think you
introduce him?
Yeah.
I have no idea, and I will just kind of deal with it as it happens. I mean, as a baby, it's actually very easy for him. I mean, if I met someone tomorrow and fell in love, I would introduce him to the baby.
But let's say he's 5.
The answer is, I have no freaking idea. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that one out. I'm gonna vibe it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any tips for myself, any tips for me and any other people who are going through the surrogacy process or plan to have a baby through a surrogate?
I think, I've given you a lot of tips, I feel like, or some tips, but I just think it's such a unique relationship, and surrogates are really wonderful, amazing people.
I'm super excited about the next doctor's appointment.
I know. We're getting there.
How many weeks are we now?
We're 19.
Are you starting the show?
Yes, I am.
They are doing like the Lord's work for you in a way. They're
Right.
giving you the ultimate gift that you
Yes.
cannot give yourself, that you can't have. And I think that you need to honor the relationship and honor your surrogate.
Hey, Shadina.
Hi.
What's up, girl?
Nothing much. How are
That's
you?
my sister.
Making sure that they're emotionally well and that they are getting all of the medical care.
Remember when we said we were going to let you see your little sister today? That she's in Miss Shadina's belly.
But for me, there was also a distance that I maintained as well. It's like a weird intimacy yet distance so that you don't confuse yourself.
Should our surrogate be invited to the baby shower?
So, okay, you're not Karen. So would she be at the baby shower with the belly?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
know. I think that's up to you. And I would be interested to hear from Dr. Jackie if she's talked to other surrogates. I really wonder about that.
Because who touches the belly? Usually people touch the belly. You
No, we're not going to have people touch her belly.
don't know nothing about this surrogacy thing.
I'm learning just like you. The AC combination.
Yes, me and Anderson?
Yes,
Yeah.
you and Anderson. Are you still doing your tours?
We are still doing our tour. Having breakfast with Zaddy. Come see us in Baltimore and New York City. We're hoping to get back to Atlanta. We're still on tour.
That's amazing.
It's really fun. We've been doing it for 4 years. We've done like 60 dates, and it's great.
Now, you used to have a crush on him at some point.
No,
That's
we were
rumored.
set up on a blind date. That
Oh, okay.
was, and I was intrigued because I knew that his mom was Gloria Vanderbilt, and I was like, wow, his mom's famous. He must be super rich. Like, who is this guy? And then we talked on the phone, and there was kind of no connection, and then we just became great friends. That was 25 years ago. So it's great.
So it's nothing there.
No.
Okay.
I just had dinner with Anderson.
It was a long dinner. Just left
Well,
the
it was
restaurant.
not
No, it was a nice
long.
dinner.
We met at like 9:30. If there was some way we could just get some huge freaking house and I would be in a wing and he would be in a wing, it could be great.
Are you done? Do you want to have any more?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. It would be great for him. I grew up with 2 parents and an older sister, and it was a very conventional upbringing that I had. And so the upbringing that he's having is very unconventional
Right.
from what I had. I'm a single parent home.
Right.
In my heart, I would love it if I could give him a sibling for him. For me, at this moment in time, it sounds a little like a pain in the but maybe I will get my head around it.
How do you feel about Kenya coming back?
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I'm really psyched.
You know that's been the talk. Everybody's been talking. She had posted her picture about snatching that peach back. You know I'm already happy about it.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. I feel like, when people go, I always hope that they come back at some point. I was thrilled when Sheree came back.
You get some shade. You get some pettiness.
I'm really happy. I was happy when Nene came back.
Child, you tried it. You tried it, T.O., honey. Because one, my personality is over the top.
I'm happy when Kenya's back. Phaedra.
Phaedra what?
I'm just kidding.
You trying to be funny.
Just kidding. I just wanted to see your reaction. No, but I mean, I think the cool thing about the show is that it's an ensemble show. Look, we lost Bethany from New York for a few years.
Yeah.
And the show went on. And then she came back, and that was great. LVP's leaving Beverly Hills.
That is crazy to me.
She does not want to deal with these women.
Ooh.
Yeah. But listen, there's a group of all-stars on Beverly Hills. So,
It is. Tell me this. How did Vicky become a friend of the show?
Last season of OC was not the best season of OC.
Okay.
By the way, it's been on for 14 seasons.
Yeah, they're the OGs.
They're the OGs of the thing, and she is the OG. And I want her to always be a part of the show in some way. And I think that the very short answer is that we just felt like we needed to switch it up, freshen the show up. She's still there, she's still around. I hope she's always still there and still around. I think if you look at the run that she's had of 14 years on a reality show, it's unprecedented. I don't know.
That's a long
that's a
time.
long time. I guess maybe the Kardashians. Hopefully it'll be another 14 years. But as I was telling her, look at Susan Lucci. She was on, if you look at the kind of grand dames of shows that went on forever, there are not that many. And so she should consider herself to be in a very esteemed club. And I hope she continues with the show.
Okay, as somebody who's in an esteemed club,
Yeah, you
but
are.
is not really in the club, not me.
Okay.
Person who's in the club but not in the club.
Okay.
Marlo.
Yes.
I see this question all the time. I've asked you myself. Why is she
I think-
never getting a peach?
Yes. This is Captain Marlowe.
I think it's preliminary to say that she's never getting impeached.
Well, at this point.
Right. I think there is kind of, I was telling Marlo, Gay Pride, she was on a float. The night before, I was at this, gay hip-hop party, and I was leaving very late, and these guys were outside, and they're like, give Marlo a peach. It was so awesome.
I called you and said you should give Marlo a peach.
I think the short answer on that is that we don't have a consensus among the group about that.
All right, well, I'm going to keep putting it in my bid.
Okay.
Not that I'm in the
No,
group.
I love her, but the thing is, she's all over the show. That's why, sometimes I think people get hung up on semantics. And everybody, the Housewives is not indentured servitude. It is not something that, people volunteer to do it. They're there because they either want to be there or they don't.
Right.
So, trust and believe that people are being taken care of in one way or another.
Oh, no.
And
I
so,
get it.
no, but so, I mean, and then in terms of people, people reacting about Vicky, well, what does that mean if she's just a friend? It's like, you're going to see her and you're going to see Marlo and so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything is bad with not
I just think the
actually-
semantics sometimes of holding a peach,
Yeah, but it has become a thing.
I know. And it's kind of
It's fun.
Is it kind of a fun thing?
It's a
little
fun
bit?
thing.
Yeah.
I think
it may not be that fun for Marlo.
Well, I think now she sees the brighter side in it now, but I think
But by the way, she has a great attitude. She's great. I feel like everything's cool.
Yeah, everything is cool. I'm just asking because the people want to know.
I know.
All right.
But you know what? It's so funny, Candy. It's like
What?
last year everyone's tweeting, bring Kenya back, bring Kenya back. We announced we're bringing Kenya back. I'm done with the show. Oh, Twitter's like,
You can't make
why are
anybody
you?
happy.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like there are always voices in every direction.
Oh, for
Is
sure.
all I'm saying.
Well, right now, this is just an off-the-wall question. This
Okay.
has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
Okay, the question is, if you were in a relationship...
Oh.
Ooh, does size matter?
Does size matter? I mean, listen, do you want to date someone with a micro?
No.
Probably not.
No.
But other than that, I would say it probably doesn't.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't my question, but I'm
Okay.
glad to hear from you.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you have coming up next, Andy?
You know what? Just more AC2 shows with Anderson. It's such a fun night. It's a night of storytelling. You can go with your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, group of girls, group of guys, and just, it's really, really fun. You can go to ac2live.com for ticket info. More Watch What Happens Live, more Radio Andy. Those are the main things. More Real Housewives.
How's the radio show doing?
The radio channel's doing great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really good.
Ooh, big time. One day I'm going to be like Andy.
Oh, yeah. You already are like Andy. You're Candy.
I'm Candy. One day I'm going to be like Andy.
I feel like you're... you got your restaurants, you got your sex toys, you got your shows, you got your music, you got your tour. I'm gonna say you're well diversified. Yeah. I always say about my jobs, and I think I have 8 jobs. We counted the other night at dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always say if a few of them went away, I would still be cool because I love all 8 of my jobs.
Right.
And I would be like, well, these are all really cool. Okay, I'll just do these and that's cool.
Right.
And I feel like you're in the same place.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I feel like the one that you would always have to do would be music because that's in your soul.
Right.
But like if the restaurants went away or if the other stuff went away, you would always have your music.
Right. I hit up Erica Jane and I told her I wanted us to do a song together.
It's expensive to be made.
I'm so happy about that because I feel like I maybe mentioned this to you years ago.
You did.
And I know that you've been dubious because every time I mentioned it in the past, it's been like a one-off kind of Housewives single. I think that would be great.
Well, thank you for answering all
Candy.
my questions. I can talk to you all day.
I know, I love
even
talking
though,
to you.
he has more work to do. He's about to watch What Happens Live.
Man.
So I'm so appreciative.
Thanks
you,
for coming.
Andy.
Great to see you.
Well, everybody, you subscribe to my channel and get the alerts. Thank you guys for watching. Speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. Okay, so let me look at my list of questions. See what I got here for you.
Yeah. These were written by the Candy Factory?
Well, if that being me and Jamie.
Yeah,
sure.
okay, good.
Okay. All right, so, okay.